How's it going? We got another video. Like I said, I'm getting some requests for the stand-up self-defense due to the whole COVID-19 situation. Some little bit easier things for people to practice if they don't have a matted space at home. So I got Scott again. Come on in, Scott. And we're going to go over another situation now where it's a bear hug over the arms. You can have bear hugs over the arms, under the arms, front, back. So today we're going to cover if they go over your arms. So one of the first things I want to prevent is him being able to break my posture backwards by pulling me really close to him and therefore being able to take me off my feet. So if he was to grab me, bring my body back, now I'm in a position where it's inevitable that I would end up on the floor with him on top of me, which we don't want, obviously. So when this starts to happen, the first thing I need to do is get my hands, both of my palms of my hands, right on his hips, okay? And I start to create a frame between us. And that locks in, and my elbows are kind of against my rib cage, and my hands are against his hips. My head be pressed against his head, and my chin kind of resting on his shoulder. I will then drop back the opposite leg from the side my head is on, and get into a nice stance here on the balls of my feet. And now, no matter how hard he pulls, it's really hard to break us down and bring my posture back because I've got this frame between us. Okay, so one more time. He grabs onto me, starts to pull in, I drop into base, and I've got this frame. From this position, once I feel I've established a good spot, and I've locked myself in place, and we can move all the way around like this and test it a little bit. At some point when I feel that it may be necessary, I can take my rear leg and deliver a knee strike. 1, 2, whatever it takes, to the stomach, groin, inside the thigh, outside the thigh, solar plexus. There's different target groups, okay? So he grabs on, I drop back in base, deliver the knee strike until he loosens up. And now from here, let's spin around. I can also, from here, once I know his grip is broken, is I can start to answer the phone with this arm. I bring my arm up, I pivot off to the side, and I end up with this lock here. Sometimes it'll be like a straight arm, and sometimes the arm will bend more like a kimura grip, but I'm right in this position. And I want to make sure my head is tight. I got that nice gable grip right across the AC joint of the shoulder. I got my feet in position. I take the outside hand and I lock his head in place. I give a nice kickstand here. I don't want my arm bent. And I want to use my thumb engaged against him. So now if he drives towards me with his head, he's kind of locked in place, okay? If I didn't use my thumb and I just used my hand, especially if he's sweaty or bleeding, he could slide right off, okay? But my thumb engaged really locks him in place. And then from there, if needed, come on back up, I could either hold him here if I really had to, if a higher level of force is required, I could deliver some kind of strike, or I could take him right to the ground, or I could secure, okay? So all the way through, he comes on the ground, I lock in base, I drive through with my knee, come over the top, lock in place, deliver a knee strike, bring him to the ground, or we could also shoot across. You've got guillotine chokes. You've got all kinds of opportunity there. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and thank you.